Thank you very much, Barry, for allowing me to say a few words on this important day. To Councillor Chris Templer, it's great to have you here, and I understand, Chris, in your own right, you've had horses trained here and race here, so he's a man who's got racing in his blood. But also, Chris, if you can take back to the local council our appreciation and from the state government's level and from racing, the ongoing cooperation between local government and the racing community here. It's an important relationship and one we value and appreciate, and thank you for your ongoing support and cooperation. My parliamentary colleague Cindy McLeish, Cindy is a real strong advocate for this area, and you know, Cindy has been absolutely in my ear, on my shoulder and on my back over the past few months as we've tried to address some of these significant but challenging issues here at Yarra Valley with regard to thoroughbred racing and training. But Cindy certainly has been a strong advocate and understands the importance of racing and training to your community. Barbara Saunders, Director of RVL, and your connection here is very strong. And while the place has changed in the years since you've left, you haven't. So it's great to have you back. Bernard Saundry, Chief Operating Officer RVL, and Bernard's a great supporter of regional and rural racing, and we work well with Racing Victoria through Bernard, and it's great to have him here. Peter Crow, representing Country Racing Victoria, and again, CRV really are the heart and soul of country racing, and Peter, if you can take back to CRV and their team our appreciation for their work. And most importantly here today, Barry, you and your committee, and particularly Brett. I know Brett and yourselves have worked really hard in some difficult times, and we certainly appreciate the work that you have done. As well as enjoying this magnificent facility, and I look forward to enjoying it even more fulsomely after this opening, and I see some other people are enjoying it fulsomely now, and it's great to... it's making me, I think the incentive there is to keep the speeches very, very short, because the alternative looks very attractive. Apart from enjoying this magnificent facility, and again, this facility does highlight how Yarra Valley Racing is one of the most innovative, hard-working clubs, both across the harness and the thoroughbred field. They can actually turn what is a hidden asset into a terrific venue and a terrific opportunity to increase venues for patrons and make patrons enjoy a great day out. And this is a great space, terrific space, not just for racing but for broader community use. So I'm also here to make a significant announcement, and I'm pleased to announce a multi-million-dollar plan that has been fully funded that will bring thoroughbred racing back to Yarra Valley. This is, you can applaud, yes, go for it. We're excited. This is a great partnership. It involves Racing Victoria and Country Racing Victoria, all putting in significant funding. Yarra Valley Racing Incorporated putting in a substantial amount of funding, and that is all a total of $1.3 million, and that will be matched dollar for dollar from the Baillieu Coalition government. So another $1.3 million from the state government, making a total of $2.6 million to fix the problems at this track. As you're all aware, the track has suffered from major flooding in November, December 2010, and that flooding was absolutely devastating in terms of the track. It exposed, not only damaged the track, but exposed some significant underlying problems with the drainage system in the track, which not only made the track damaged by the flood, but it made it absolutely unsafe for both racing and training, and that was devastating to the club, to the trainers and the community. But also the floods washed away the sand track, which took away a further asset for this area. And so it was a major problem, and the challenge was is how we could get a solution that would repair the damage but also give us some confidence that we wouldn't just get washed away at the next flood. And we know that we've got significant waterway at the back of the track. We know that there's been changes in the hinterland, and we know that there's challenges with regard to movement of water. So what we've had is a large amount of work's been done, and I appreciate the work done by the club, CRV, RVL and Melbourne Water and the Office of Racing have all worked together to try, with the best engineers available, the best experts available, to try and come up with a solution that will give us a lasting fix to the problems and a situation where we significantly reduce the risk of flood in the future. I don't think we'll ever be able to absolutely eliminate it, but we'll significantly reduce it. So what we're going to do is undertake these major repairs, and I'll announce a bit more about that later. But I do want to place on record our understanding of the difficult time that's created for local trainers and owners, the difficult time it's created for the club, and the club deserves great credit for their resilience, for their continued efforts to work to get a solution, and their continued efforts to maintain harness racing and other activities in the area. So if you could, I'd ask you to put your hands together for Barry and Brett and the club themselves. And we certainly appreciate their patience and their commitment to getting a proper solution rather than just a half-baked solution. And one of the reasons that all of us, all parties and all stakeholders have been absolutely committed to fixing this problem is because we know that Yarra Valley is an absolutely vital part of racing in this state. It has won the Club of the Year 3 years in a row, and it hasn't done that because by accident. It's done it through hard work, through innovation, through leadership, through commitment. And we know that the Yarra Valley Club, you know, is situated in an absolutely ideal environment. This is a magnificent setting for a track. It is close to Melbourne, close to the wineries, close to the tourism, close to the hills. It is one of the best racetracks in terms of attracting patrons to have a great time, to enjoy the races, but also to have that enormous greater experience of being involved in the racing. So it was absolutely integral to our plans and Racing Victoria and CRV's plans for growing and developing racing in this state to get racing, thoroughbred racing back here, and that's what we're absolutely committed to do. So we are certainly looking very much forward to work beginning, and Barry says, you know, that the bulldozers or the workmen are just about ready to rock and roll as we speak, so that we can do what we need to do as quickly as possible to make sure we get thoroughbred racing back here as quickly as possible. And I think we're looking at probably spring to early summer next year, but I hesitate to say the most important thing is to do the job and do it properly and make sure we get the track in tip-top shape and make sure it's in condition that's going to serve the thoroughbred racing community here for years and years to come. And that's the first priority, and that's what we're going to do. Can I once again thank everybody involved in what has been a difficult time, and through that difficult process we have now got a solution that will fix the problem and deliver thoroughbred racing back to Yarra Valley. We'll see the thundering hooves down the straight here. We'll see the thousands of people in their wonderful amenities here, in the beautiful environment here, enjoying the lovely wines from here and the lovely food from here and the hospitality that Yarra Valley is famous for. So this is a great day for Yarra Valley, and I look forward to coming back to when the track is officially open and we can have some thoroughbred racing back here. And I finish off by saying once again thank you to everybody involved, and I take this opportunity to wish all of you and your families a very, very happy Christmas, a safe Christmas, and a fantastic 2012 with racing later in the year. Thank you.